Hi, everyone. I know you've been watching me for a while, and if you haven't, then maybe you should start. I wanted to give you an insight into who is Latina loving living life. ¿Quién es esta Latina? My name is Vanessa Quinones by birth. I go by Vanna White. I also use a hashtag of DLG, and that stands for Daddy's Little Girl. My daddy called it at birth, telling my mom that I was an artist and that I was going to save the world one day. That's later on down the road. I'll tell you about that. He told me with the DLG, Mahita, one day you're going to have a brand and you need to use DLG. I immediately went to DGK, which is a brand that my daughter loved when she was a teenager. The Dirty Ghetto Kids, I think is what it was. Anyways, Vanna is a nickname that I got in my 20s. I was working in a call center as a manager. Shout out to the parents for building that place. I loved that job, and I'm still friends with several people that I met there. So I was constantly pumping up the team and pumping up our stats to reach for more, which entailed me displaying the stats on a whiteboard and me showcasing them. Hence, Vanna came about. I can hear Rob's voice yelling at me now as he entered the center for work that day. You're the same height as me. That is neat. I always remember him screaming that out. So with the Latina familia behind me, I was raised in Corpus Christi, Texas. I really never knew anything beyond the front steps of Costner because my dad didn't let us go a lot of places. He was constantly trying to keep us safe. When me and my sisters were young, he had this undying fear that he would disappoint my mom about not protecting us and keeping us safe. Again, that's another story later on down the road. I attended a fine arts academy for elementary. Shout out to Chula Vista. Thank you, Miss Coronado, for my first grade teacher taking the time to get to know me, how my brain worked, my personality, and for having the most patience in any person I've ever met. So I want to thank you, Miss C. You're the real MVP for real. Middle school, I went to South Park where we were the Black Knights, but somewhere down the line, they removed the black because it was racist. And I can feel that. Then I finished the primary years off at Miller High School. Go Bucks! Yep, once a buck, always a buck. So high school is where things changed for me. I started to wear dresses and I actually brushed and fixed my hair. My parents sent me to this high school, which was way out of my normal district, which meant starting all over. Again, as a teenager, that's what it felt like. They wanted me to go to this school because it created this program for communications and technology, and for some strange reason, they thought of me, the youngest of 3 siblings, would benefit. Look at me now, all these years in communication for public safety, and now potting it up. Well, that's what I'm getting to. I took up broadcasting and journalism in high school. I also was in ROTC as a Navy soldier. Thought I told ya. Sorry, no limit here. Haha. Anyways, I just want to take a chance to say hello and introduce myself. There's a lot more introduction that I have to give, and I'm kind of going to take things in a different direction, and I hope that you guys will join. I'd like to share with you more on who Latina loving living life is. The hashtag has changed from time to time because there's some things that have occurred in my life, but I'm constantly loving living life because it's a blessing in all its forms. Thank you, God. And I hope to see more of you soon. And I hope that you guys will stay tuned and listen.